Let's begin with the big debate right here on NewsNation, the final Republican primary debate of the year. Remember, it's a big deal. This is what they will carry into all these campaigns into the holidays to talk with donors and people they need and constituencies. This is their last chance to prove they can beat Trump. The stakes are very high. Okay? Even outside the party, the president of the United States, Joe Biden, made it plain just now, telling donors, if Trump wasn't running, I'm not sure I'd be running. And that Democrats cannot let Trump win. Let's bring in NewsNation's political editor, Chris Stirewalt. It's good to have you, brother. Look forward to being with you tomorrow night. Now, I want to talk about the stakes on the stage, but let's talk about this quote from President Biden. My question is, what makes Joe Biden believe that he is the best chance to beat Donald Trump? And is he?
Well, he did it one time, which is a proof of concept. He's an incumbent, and incumbents tend to win. They overperform against challengers. Those are things that we know. On the other side of the ledger, and I think what Biden's trying to acknowledge for the members of his party is he is old. And it isn't just that he's old, it's that he seems old. He appears old and struggles with that. So I think Biden acknowledging it's such a weird moment in a race to have an incumbent president say, I wouldn't be running. I wouldn't be subjecting my party to this. I wouldn't be putting everybody through this if not for the fact that it's Donald Trump on the other side. The stakes are simply too high and I can't walk away. That's a really weird argument to be making. I don't know if it's persuasive for Democrats, but at least I think it's honest.
What do you think we hear about it on the stage tomorrow night? And how big a deal is it for the four who made it?
Look, I've been working very hard with our colleagues to come up with really tough, hard questions. Fair, but very tough questions for these candidates. We're grateful that they're here, and we're grateful that they're giving voters a chance to hear from them in advance, but we want this to be really rigorous, and I think it will be. So I don't want to give them any advice. But if I did, if I were a candidate standing on that stage, I would say, you want to get rid of Joe Biden, you can get rid of him today, because you pick me, and Joe Biden will go away. And especially if you're Nikki Haley. I beat Joe Biden. No doubt I'll beat Joe Biden. And she does run better in head-to-head polls with Biden. I'll beat Joe Biden. Put me in. Joe Biden is out. He's afraid to face anybody but Trump. I would make that argument if I was one of them.
It actually, it's such a gift from Biden, if you think about it. You worried about Biden not having it? You kind of sick of Trump? Great. You can get rid of two old birds with one stone. Pick me. Because Biden doesn't want to run if it's not Trump. And if we're all tired of Trump, here I am, same policies without the drama. Very interesting, very interesting. Let me ask you, we're going to debate it right after you with two better minds, not than you, but of mine. This barrage of reports that Trump, if he gets back in, is going to go on a revenge tour that will destroy the democracy. Do you believe there's a better chance that this makes voters wake up to Trump being an impossibility as a choice, or do you think there's a chance it backfires? There are four pieces from The Atlantic. I've never seen anything like this before directed towards a candidate. If Trump wins, that first piece is just a hatchet attack. Trump is going to abandon democracy. Trump is going to destroy everything. Trump is going to be an autocrat. How do you think this breaks?
Look, the context here is worth noting, which is Biden's been slipping in the polls and he keeps losing head-to-head polls with Trump. And liberals, and I mean small L liberals, people who favor liberal policies, free speech, constitutional rights, et cetera, are freaking out. Because they're sincere, right? The people who say these things about Donald Trump are sincere. Whether they're right, I'll leave that to your better minds to debate. But it is sincere. It's not a gimmick. They think that Trump represents an existential threat to the American Republic. And they're basing that on the fact that he tried to steal a second term, and he did it right in front of everybody's eyes, and he remains unapologetic about it. I think what they're trying to say to a lot of disaffected Democrats and independents is, yeah, well, you don't like Joe Biden. The other guy will literally end the American Republic.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.